and welcome to Business 300. My name is Philip Kulenshoff, and this is 300 Seconds About Business. We're all a busy people, so I have 5 minutes or less to get my point across. And yet again, here we are, 300 seconds at a time. It adds up. At the last round, I tiptoed along the controversial, making the audacious claim that leadership and influence are not the same thing, and serving others, although a good thing, is not the work of leadership. I use a more narrow definition of leadership than some other people. Because of all that, I am of the belief that not everybody needs to aspire to leadership. Leadership is a specific role with a specific work listing. So then, who is a leader, and what is his job description? Even though leaders and social media influencers are different in many respects, they are actually both justified in their roles by having one thing in common: followers. As the saying goes, he who thinks he leads but has no followers is just a man out for a walk. Not everybody is called to be a leader, and that's okay. A leader has a very specific job description. I've appreciated the definition of the leader's role given by Marcus Buckingham, the author of The One Thing You Need to Know. He says that a leader is someone who rallies people to a better future. The leader has influence, yes, but it's a specific kind of influence. His focus is not to influence one person to succeed in his specific endeavor, or to become a better version of himself. That kind of influence is also important and has its place. We've talked about that sort of influence in the role of a manager. A good manager, or a good coach, excels in that sort of influence. But the leader's specific role is to rally together a group of people, give them clarity about the future, and then help them move toward that specific, better future. His focus is on the people and the future, and he rallies the people to move in that direction. The role lives in the time of a better future and focuses on getting people there. It's not just influence, it's taking a group of people from a context that isn't as good to one that is better. Explaining it that way, it starts to become a little clearer that not everybody needs to aspire to leadership. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of us have better things to do than spend our strength and energy trying to get a group of people from point A to point B. This brings us back to the organizational structure framework of today, tomorrow, and the future. Today's closed system tasks are to be done by specialists in the particular field. Equipping persons for tomorrow's success within a semi-open system is done by the managers. And the future's focus of rallying people to it within an open system is the work done by the leader. The future is the world of the unknown, the wild, the uncharted. It is unseen and therefore unclear. So, the task assigned to the leader is to provide crisp clarity as to where he's going and why people should come along. Taming the wild, so to speak, is accomplished by making the unclear clear. The leader is to define the where, discover the why, and then communicate. What is the vision and why should people care? Where do you want us to go and why should we come? The answer to those two questions, phrased and rephrased from all the angles in order to bring about crisp clarity for the sake of rallying people to a better future, is the work of the leader. The leader has to tap into the depths of men's souls, to understand their passions and their fears, to understand the objectivity of what is better and could be, and then to bring people along with him as he himself goes there. How does a leader do this effectively? That's a good question, and takes more than 300 seconds to answer. I did give a synopsis answer in episode 57. It's a starting point. In your business, you as the owner and your executive team live in the world of the future and operate in that open system. As an example, and connecting the three levels of the organizational structure, you as the leader in the open system are responsible to define what effectiveness in your operation looks like, so that the manager in the semi-open system has enough clarity to create and ensure the procedures and training to equip the specialists in the closed system for the tasks they are to perform. The leader's focus on the future guides the manager's equipping for tomorrow in order for the specialist to perform his task today.